Some places are known for their music. Other places are known for their ghost stories. But in Tulsa, Oklahoma, the two are forever connected. For nearly a century, CAIN'S Ballroom has stood as one of Oklahoma's most legendary music venues. But when the final note fades and the crowds disappear into the night, the building doesn't always seem to grow quiet. Something appears to remain. Imagine being the last person inside after a sold-out show. The lights are dim, the crowd is gone, the music has stopped, and yet you can't shake the feeling that someone else is still there. Employees have reported hearing footsteps long after closing time. Slow, deliberate footsteps with no one there to make them. Others have described seeing shadowy figures moving through spaces that should be empty. Some even say music still drifts from the stage, long after the instruments have fallen silent and the doors have been locked. No spirit is more closely connected to these walls than Bob Wills, the king of Western swing. Alongside his Texas Playboys, he helped transform CAIN'S Ballroom into an American icon. And many who know this place best believe the king never truly left. Visitors have described seeing a familiar silhouette near the stage, a figure wearing a hat, standing perfectly still, as if waiting for the band to begin their next set. Others have described a sudden change in the atmosphere, an unmistakable feeling that someone else is there beside them. Whether legend or lingering presence, Bob Wills has become inseparable from CAIN'S Ballroom itself. And then there are the other stories that persist about two women known as Jane and Chloe. The details change depending on who tells the story. Some say that Jane was a performer who lived for the spotlight and never wanted to leave it behind, while Chloe was so devoted to the ballroom that she simply refuses to move on. Whatever the truth may be, their stories have become deeply woven into CAIN'S haunted folklore. Cold spots appear without warning. Movement flickers at the edge of vision. The atmosphere suddenly changes and the feeling of being watched settles over visitors like a second skin. Stand outside CAIN'S Ballroom after dark and it no longer feels like an old building. It feels alive. Tulsa's musical legacy extends far beyond the stage. It's woven into the city itself. Not far from CAIN'S Ballroom stands Tulsa Theater, formerly known as the Brady Theater. It carries a much darker energy. Over the decades, tragedy, loss, and some of Tulsa's darkest chapters have left their mark on this building. Perhaps that's why so many visitors immediately sense that something feels different the moment they step inside. Backstage, when the theater is empty, strange sounds echo through the halls, almost like cries. and many describe the unsettling sensation of being watched, the kind of feeling that makes you turn around, even though you know that no one is there. Local legends suggest that the former entertainers may still linger here, forever connected to the stage where they once performed. These stories have become deeply woven into Tulsa's haunted history, passed from one generation to the next. One thing is undeniable: these buildings carry more than memories, and sometimes memories refuse to fade. Our journey eventually led us somewhere much quieter, Memorial Park Cemetery. This is where Bob Wills himself was laid to rest, the legendary musician whose presence many believe still returns to CAIN'S Ballroom. It is rather haunting when these stories come full circle. The man who helped shape Tulsa's musical identity now rests only miles away from the stage that made him immortal. But perhaps the most memorable moment came at the graveside of Leon Russell, another legendary musician whose career was forever connected to CAIN'S Ballroom. We stood before his headstone, a massive monument shaped like a grand piano. And no matter where we stood, his eyes seemed to follow us. We remained there for quite some time, unable to look away. It was beautiful, and it was unsettling. Whether artistic illusion or something far more mysterious, it didn't make the experience any less powerful. It became one of those unexpected moments that stays with you long after you've gone home. Sometimes history doesn't disappear. Sometimes it simply waits. And in Tulsa, we discovered far more than we expected, because long after the final curtain falls, some legends never truly leave at all.